Hello there, people of the internet. How's everyone doing today? I'm doing just fine. Thank you for asking. I have a really interesting story about another confrontation I've had with an anti-gunner. Like, these guys just seem to seek us out. We don't bother anyone, but these anti-gunners just seem to find us and come to us, and they're the ones who decide to start making problems. And that is exactly what happened here. In classic backyard breach fashion, I am going to be telling this anti-gun story while firing this AR-15 down this range. Because the liberals say I am less deadly, whenever I have a 10-round magazine capacity, I'll be firing 10 rounds. Because of reasons. Their logic is that I am less deadly whenever I only have 10 rounds of ammunition. So, let's get on to this story. This story is a Facebook confrontation. Pretty much, I have a private Facebook, of course, many of us do, upon which I enjoy posting the history and whatnot of specific firearms that I have, and I post video content of me firing those firearms. It's just what I do. Same thing with my YouTube channel. It's just guns, ammo, history, you know, lots of neat content going on there. But the other day I had this lady who I didn't even know, wasn't friends with her or anything. She messaged me, and before I tell you what she said, I'm gonna fire these 10 rounds. We are in battery. Alright, so this lady that I don't even know messages me on my Facebook account. And you know what she says? She says your advertisement of guns on your Facebook is ugly. She doesn't like it, and I should stop doing it. Of course, I told her I respect your opinion. We all have our own points of views, and if guns is something that you dislike, then by all means you should not be subjected to it. However, this is my privately owned Facebook. If you don't like guns, by all means, I'm not making you go on my Facebook to browse these. And then I brought up the fact that we weren't even friends, so she had to somehow hunt my Facebook down, may have, you know, seen it as I was friends with one of her friends maybe. I don't know how it happened, but I told her that her involvement with my Facebook was minimal at best. Not only that, but it's my Facebook. I'll post guns on my Facebook if I feel like posting guns on my Facebook. To this, well, I'll tell you what happened to this after I fire off another 10 rounds. In battery. This is such a neat little gun. Fire steel case ammo, no problem. Alright, so, to my response, she had brought up that she should be able to go anywhere she feels like on the internet, and basically my Facebook profile was a public space, or able to be publicly seen, so she should be able to see it. And I told her, you know, that is absolutely fine and absolutely true. I put this information out there for people to see. It's not a private matter, you know, it's social media for a reason. So, of course, I told her, you know, yes, that is true, and by all means, you are more than welcome to look at my Facebook if you feel like it. However, it is my Facebook, and there will be guns on it. Upon that, you guys are really gonna get a kick out of what she said next. Speaking of kick, AR-15 does not kick much. I'm not very accurate whenever I fire fast like that, but man, is it fun. I just lit up that front rim on that car. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot make this stuff up. Oh God. I really cannot make this stuff up. This lady, in response to what I had just told her, you know what she says? She says, all of you gun-toting morons, that's exactly what she said, all of you gun-toting morons are just pissed off because you have small penises. That's legitimately what she fucking said. All of you gun-toting morons are just pissed off because you have small penises. I'm more than certain that there's a couple of United States Marines that would very much disagree with what you're saying there, lady. At that point, I decided to myself I was dealing with someone who was so immature that nothing I could say or do would ever begin to make her see that what she was doing was just nonsense. So at that point, I exited out of the conversation. I blocked her on Facebook. I was like, that is enough. If you're gonna get to the point of conversation to where your realm of defense is insulting somebody's tiny penis, then we don't need to have an intelligent conversation anymore. These are the types of people we're dealing with, guys. These are the types of people these anti-gun people are. These people are basing off of emotion instead of logic. And like, they tried to base off emotion even more by throwing what is supposed to be a negative emotion type of content. Like the types of people we're dealing with is just freaking bullshit. It really is. Speaking of bullshit, I have a loaded magazine here. I don't like loaded magazines, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Damn, I love this gun. Such a nice gun for the money I paid for it. This is a ATI Omni Max polymer receiver. A lot of people don't like the idea of a polymer receiver because it's weaker than steel. Of course, it's polymer. However, it does have reinforcements, and I've stuck quite a bit of ammunition through this thing with zero issues. However, these guns are notorious for having issues with their gas impingement system. So sometimes whenever you get a lemon, you have to readjust your gas system. But other than that, these things run very nicely. I am very, very pleased with this rifle. Alright, I'm sure that we all have stories to tell about times where we've run into anti-gun fanatics who decide to start problems where there should be no problems started at all. Like, they decide to start problems because they believe that we are the type of people that start problems. Again, that is just bullshit nonsense, the fact that we have to deal with people like this on a normal basis. If you have any stories to tell me about an anti-gun run-in that you've had, by all means, you go ahead and you leave that in the comments, and I will do my best to respond. That being said, if you enjoy this type of content, watching me launch lead down at this car, go ahead and subscribe, because I do this a lot. And if you enjoy me bitching and complaining about how other people bitch and complain about my lifestyle that doesn't even begin to affect them, go ahead and subscribe as well, because I do that a lot too. I bitch and complain almost as much as these other people bitch and complain. Now, these guns and ammo are normally bought by my own funds, but I do have a Patreon page that I would like to see growing, because I would like to make more content and on a much bigger scale. That is something that I would absolutely adore. I would very much enjoy seeing this channel grow significantly, but to do that I need funds, and to do that I need Patreon support. So if you'd like to at least check out the Patreon page, I do have some cool stuff going on there. Link to that is in the description. However, if you do not want to help financially, completely understand, go ahead and hit that subscribe button instead, and you'll see a lot more of this. I've elected to shoot that car until we cannot tell it's a car anymore. It's funny. That car right there, I work obviously for the company that I got it from. That's how I got the car. And I replaced a radiator on it. And that thing is so stupid, ridiculous. Like the engineer who built that thing, who put that thing together, needs to go back to school. Because the setup that they have with that thing is absolutely ludicrous. So whenever I ended up putting that car back together and doing repairs on it, I absolutely hate Buick Sentries just because of their engineering setup. Now, don't get me wrong, there's way worse cars out there. Anyone who's ever had to work on a Mercedes or a Ford with a 6.0 in it, a non-bulletproof 6.0, God, those are horrible. Those are absolutely dreadful. But above all, I hate these Buick Sentries, so I'm gonna launch some more lead at it. Alright guys, I had another 10 rounds. I'd like to thank you guys for watching today. Of course, I'm having a really damn good day. Any day I'm out of the range is a good ass day. I hope you guys are also having a good day. If you're not having a good day, then you gotta go out and you gotta change that. Only you can do that. Doesn't matter what it is that you're going through. And the reason that is because of, well, if you're ever going to listen to what I have to say, right now is definitely one of the times. The perspective we have towards the experiences that we have, our attitudes towards our experience, directly influences the value that we gain from those experiences. So, if you're thinking that something is holding you back, then you got to change your attitude. And you got to go out and you got to make the day as good as you possibly can. You don't need a plan for tomorrow to make today great. Plan for tomorrow definitely helps, but you can always make today better. Speaking of making today better, what a great little gun. Ammunition's super cheap for it too. So guys, thanks for sticking by. You know what? I do have a few more rounds that I guess I can launch at that car. Twist my arm, why don't you? I'm not sure if I brought this up in a previous video, so just in case I did not bring this up, I'm gonna go ahead and bring this up. I guess the left wing of the federal government decided to change the definition of what an assault rifle actually is. Despite the fact that, you know, assault is an action and not an object, but I digress. They decided to change the definition of what an assault rifle is, which is complete nonsense because they only did that to get support or make it easier to ban guns. So something like that is me asking you, what color is this grass? Any logical person would say green unless they're colorblind or just regular blind or can't talk. But everyone knows this grass right here is freaking green, right? Well, I say it's purple. This color is now purple. And because you say it's green, because I have said this is purple, if you say it's green, you're wrong. That is what the left wing of the government has done. That is the logic that they have used. Just change the name. Change the definition. That, my friends, is nonsense. This is nothing more than a polymer receiver AR15 semi-automatic rifle that fires 223s. It's not a freaking elephant gun. If you take this into a war zone, you're gonna get fucking killed. This gun will not survive in a war zone. Polymer receiver. This is not an assault rifle. The fact that this gun could not survive fully automatic fire, just that alone means that this right here is not an assault rifle. It is not a select fire rifle. It is a semi-automatic rifle. this is my last 10 rounds that I have with me, so thank you guys for joining me today. As you can tell, I get really heated whenever people decide to bring nonsense my way. Anyway, I'm gonna fire off this last 10 rounds. I'm really gonna enjoy it. Oh yeah, this is not an elephant gun either. If you go up with an elephant, or if you go up at an elephant with this gun, it will not end well for you. Assault rifle. Alright guys, thanks for joining me. That's it for me today. The sun's starting to go down. I put a lot of ammo out on the range today. I've made several videos, but I had to make one about this turn of events. Look, my magazine is starting to get black crap on it. Carbon from the gunpowder. Alright guys, well, I hope you guys join me for my next video, because I am certainly going to bring up any other anti-gun issues I have going on.